용어를 알면 경제가 보인다. 영어로 경제기사 읽자.
Econ Lounge.
부자쌤, do you think an economic tsunami will hit our listeners' head once again this week?
That was our favorite message, that Econ Lounge is like a tsunami going through your head. But
Right.
it's the last week before the Seoul Yeonju.
Uh-huh.
So I think we should maybe go a little easier today.
Oh, so the articles are going to be a little bit easier compared to last week.
Well, let's hope so.
All right. Let's turn that tsunami into a gentle wave, we hope. 자, 그럼 오늘은 어떤 경제 단어를 배울지? Here's our first economic story.
A leading South Korean internet-only bank posted record profits in 2025 as strong growth in its fee and platform businesses more than offset weaker interest income. Operating profit rose 7%, driven by a surge in non-interest income, which topped 1 trillion won for the first time.
국내 주요 인터넷 전문 은행이 2025년에 사상 최대 실적을 기록했습니다. 수수료와 플랫폼 사업의 강한 성장이 이자 수익 둔화를 상쇄했는데요. 영업이익은 비이자 수익 급증에 힘입어 7% 증가했으며 비이자 수익은 처음으로 1조 원을 넘어섰습니다.
The bank also posted steady top-line growth, with deposits and customers continuing to increase. It plans to expand overseas services and pursue further revenue diversification to reach 30 million customers by 2027.
예금과 고객 수가 계속 늘면서 매출도 안정적으로 성장했는데요. 해당 은행은 2027년까지 고객 3천만 명 달성을 목표로 해외 서비스 확대와 수익원 다각화를 추진할 계획이라고 밝혔습니다. 지난 2월 4일 기사로 한 인터넷 전문 은행이 2025년 사상 최대 실적을 냈다는 내용이었습니다.
Right, and we're talking about an internet-only bank. I don't think we're supposed to say the name on this station, but most of you will be familiar with it.
There are several. Most of them you can't get an account in.
Right, exactly, yeah. Well, this one also has a chatting app, if that helps. So falling market rates last year weighed on their interest income, but their rise in non-interest income helped it maintain its growth momentum. Because of all its operating revenue, interest income fell about 3% from a year earlier, but the non-interest income climbed about 22%.
Okay.
So when we're talking about non-interest income, it's money that's not from just lending money. It means it's like a different mix of fee and platform revenue streams. So like more advertising, payments and travel services, things like that.
Yeah, that brand is heavy on the advertising for sure.
Yeah.
Platform advertising. 이제 보통 시중은행의 수익원은 크게 이자 수익과 비이자 수익 이 두 개로 나뉘는데 한국금융연구원에 따르면 대부분의 국내 은행의 이제 총 이익의 80에서 90%는 이 여신이자 수익에서 온다고 합니다. 그러니까 반대로 비이자 수익은 10에서 20%가 된다는 건데 국내 한 인터넷 전문 은행은 작년 기준 이 비이자 수익이 35%, 1조를 넘어서 화제입니다. 전년 대비 22% 늘어난 수치인데요. 한 관계자는 광고 비즈니스 확대, 지급 결제, 여행 서비스 등 수수료와 플랫폼 수익원을 다각화한 결과라고 설명했습니다.
Right. And as of the fourth quarter, monthly active users were up by more than 1 million from a year earlier. So they're growing.
They're definitely growing. All right, let's have a look at some expressions here.
Yeah.
The first one, to post profits.
Yeah, if you are growing like that, most often you'll be posting profits. So that means that you are in the black, right? It basically very simply means you're making money.
Right.
Where your total revenue exceeds all your expenses.
이익을 기록하다, 흑자를 내다라는 뜻인데요. 결국 뭐 to make profits, to see profits랑 같은 뜻인데 post, P-O-S-T 이거가 어디다가 발표, 기록을 한다는 뜻인 만큼 to post profits라고 하면 조금 더 공식적인 뉘앙스가 있습니다. So for example, the company posted profits in 2024. 그 회사는 2024년에 흑자를 기록했다. The bank continued to post strong profits. 그 은행은 견조한 이익을 계속 기록했다.
네.
Top line growth.
So on your income statement, your revenue is at the top line before you deduct any expenses. So top line growth means revenue growth, money growth, more money.
More money. 매출 증가, 매출 증가율인데요. top line이 매출, revenue입니다. 왜냐하면 그 전통 손익계산서를 보면 그 맨 윗줄에 있는 게 매출이거든요. 그래서 top line growth라고 하면 revenue growth,
Yep.
즉 매출 증가라는 뜻입니다.
네.
Revenue diversification.
Okay, again, we're talking about revenue. Diversification means you make it more diverse. In other words, you make different kinds of it. So, revenue diversification means you're just making money, you're generating income from multiple different sources. So, you're, for example, from products, from services, different markets, different business models.
아하. 매출 다각화, 즉 수익원 다각화인데요. 본문에 나오는 은행은 수익원을 다각화해서 저금리 해에도 높은 수익을 올렸다. 이런 내용이었었죠. Here are some other examples. The company is pursuing revenue diversification. 그 회사는 수익원 다각화를 추진하고 있다. Revenue diversification helped reduce earnings volatility. 수익원 다각화는 실적 변동성을 낮추는 데 도움이 됐다.
네.
Okay, so with those three key expressions in mind, let's listen to the news once more.
A leading South Korean internet-only bank posted record profits in 2025 as strong growth in its fee and platform businesses more than offset weaker interest income. Operating profit rose 7%, driven by a surge in non-interest income, which topped 1 trillion won for the first time. The bank also posted steady top-line growth, with deposits and customers continuing to increase. It plans to expand overseas services and pursue further revenue diversification to reach 30 million customers by 2027.
All right, so that was mini tsunami number one. Before we proceed
Gentle
further.
wave number one.
Yes, gentle wave number one. Let's do the econ pop quiz.
Okay, which of the following terms is talking about income earned from fees, platforms, and services, things like that, rather than interest from loans or deposits? Is it number one, interest income, or number two, non-interest income? One more time. Which of the following terms is talking about income earned from fees, platforms, and services rather than interest from loans or deposits? Number one, interest income. Number two, non-interest income.
Alright, 문자 샵 1045 반디 유튜브 댓글로 정답 보내주세요. 1번일지 2번일지 저희가 아로마 힐링 세트 드리겠습니다.
This is Zed and Ellie Due. Happy now.
EBS FM Evening Special Econ Lounge 함께하고 있습니다.
And we're doing the Econ Lounge pop quiz, which was which of the following terms refers to income earned from fees, platforms, and services rather than interest from loans or deposits? In other words, it's income that is not earned from interest. So the answer is number two, non-interest income. 한은정님, we're giving you an Aroma Healing Set. 축하드립니다.
네, 축하드립니다. Let's move on to mini tsunami gentle wave number 2. Here's the second economic
Let
story.
it wash over you. Canada and China have eased trade tensions, with both sides cutting tariffs on key goods. The move should reduce trade headwinds for agricultural exporters in the prairies and coastal regions. Lower canola tariffs reduce risks and support farmers ahead of the 2026 planting season.
캐나다와 중국이 무역 갈등을 완화하며 양측이 주요 품목에 대한 관세를 인하했습니다. 이번 조치로 프레리 지역과 해안 지역의 농산물 수출 업체들이 겪어온 무역 부담이 줄어들 것으로 보이는데요. 특히 카놀라 관세가 낮아지면서 2026년 파종 시즌을 앞둔 농가의 리스크가 줄어들 전망입니다.
However, uncertainty remains over how long the truce will last and its impact on Canada's auto sector. Overall, the deal helps ease downside risks in the near term and supports trade flows if it holds.
다만 이번 휴전이 얼마나 오래 갈지 또 캐나다 자동차 산업에 미칠 영향을 두고는 불확실성이 남아 있습니다. 종합하면 합의가 유지되는 한 단기적으로 하방 위험을 줄이고 교역 흐름을 뒷받침할 것으로 전망됩니다. 지난 2월 3일에 나왔던 경제 기사였죠. 캐나다와 중국이 주요 품목 관세를 낮춰 무역 부담과 농가 리스크를 완화했다는 그런 내용이었습니다.
Right. So the key goods that we're talking about here is Canadian canola seed and Chinese electric vehicles. So China is lowering tariffs on that Canadian canola seed, which is used for canola oil, which is a popular cooking oil in China and around the world, down from 84% tariffs all the way down to 15% tariffs. And then China is reducing tariffs on its Chinese electric vehicles from 100% down to 6.1%. So a huge drop there.
Right. 중국은 캐나다산 카놀라유의 원료인 유채씨 관세를 84에서 15%로 캐나다는 중국산 전기차 관세를 100%에서 6.1%로 양측 다 대폭 인하했습니다.
Those tariffs were so high based on Canada's old relationship with the United States and the free trade agreement in North America. But as that shifts under Trump, Canada is shifting its trade relationships as well.
Right. 그러니까 캐나다는 2024년 중국의 최대 유채씨 공급국이었었지만 2025년 관세 갈등으로 잠시 대체됐었다가 이번에 새로운 관세 협의를 맺으면서 이제 거래가 다시 재개됐고요. 반대로 캐나다의 최대 자동차 수출국은 미국입니다.
Right.
그래서 이번 중국산 전기차 관세 인하로 인해 캐나다, 미국의 관계가 악화될 수 있을 것으로 보입니다.
Right, because the United States could take some retaliatory tariffs on Canada. China is actually the largest canola oil importer in the entire world, and Canada used to be 94% of that supply. So a lot of canola oil, it's a big deal for Canada.
China's canola oil is the biggest importer in the world. So
Yeah.
everywhere in the world, the largest importer of
Canola is China.
They export the greatest amount. Okay.
They import, yeah. China imports the most.
From all over the world,
Yeah.
including Canada.
Yeah, mostly from
Gotcha.
Canada, yeah.
Okay. All right, so they must be using a lot of them to fry
Exactly.
delicious, yummy Chinese
a lot
food.
of frying going on, exactly.
I love that. All right, let's have a look at some expressions there. Trade headwinds.
Okay, when you're talking about a headwind, it's when the wind is blowing in your face, so it makes it more difficult to move forward. So a trade headwind means it's an unfavorable environment for trade. Some kind of economic or political obstacles that are getting in the way of that trade business.
Such as exchange rates, tariffs, geopolitical risks, and so on.
Yep.
headwinds 말씀하신 것처럼 맞바람이거든요. 그래서 trade 무역이 앞으로 나아가는데 방해가 되는 외부 압력 환경입니다. 무역 역풍인데 예를 들어서 뭐 관세 인상, 무역 장벽, 환율 변동성 등이 다 trade headwinds이고요.
That's right.
Downside risks.
Basically means any kind of risk that could create a downside, which is something negative that happens. So any kind of potential negative outcome. And there's always a downside risk in any kind of economic situation, like when you buy a stock, the downside risk is that it'll go down, for example. When you launch a new product as a business, the downside risk is that people won't buy it.
Right.
So there's always some kind of downside risk or just risk.
Downside risks. 하방 위험, 나빠질 가능성입니다. I have some examples. The outlook is subject to downside risks. 전망은 하방 위험에 노출돼 있다. The outlook is subject to downside risks. Downside risks to growth have increased. 성장에 대한 하방 위험이 커졌다. Downside risks to growth have increased.
Uh-oh.
because they have increased?
I'm just reacting to your very well put together example sentences.
Let's have a look at the next one. Trade flows.
Trade flows is how everything is flowing and moving. Basically, who is selling what to who and how much is it?
Right.
The movement of goods and services between countries.
아하, 교역 흐름, 무역의 이동인데요. 국가나 지역 간의 상품과 서비스가 오가는 방향뿐만 아니라 규모 또한 포함이 됩니다.
네.
Trade flows. Here's the story again.
Canada and China have eased trade tensions, with both sides cutting tariffs on key goods. The move should reduce trade headwinds for agricultural exporters in the prairies and coastal regions. Lower canola tariffs reduce risks and support farmers ahead of the 2026 planting season. However, uncertainty remains over how long the truce will last and its impact on Canada's auto sector. Overall, the deal helps ease downside risks in the near term and supports trade flows if it holds.
Speaking of Canada's lowered car tariffs, Chinese EV vehicles, and its effect on the Canadian auto sector, are there any car manufacturers in Canada?
There aren't Canadian car brands, but America makes a lot of cars, for example, in Canada and other countries as well.
Right. So that's what I had looked up because I thought, what? Auto manufacturing sector?
Yeah, there's no Canadian car
Right.
brand, but yeah.
But I've according to my research, so many of American brand cars, they have factories
Yep.
in Canada. So the worry here is that they might close some
Yep.
of those factories and lower the local economy over in Canada.
Yeah, it's a big concern in Canada.
Yeah. All right. So with those economic terms in mind, let's do a quick review. 이번 분기도 또 흑자를 냈습니다.
The company posted profits again this quarter.
새 라인업이 매출 증가에 한몫하고 있습니다.
The new lineup is helping with top line growth.
수익원 다각화가 장기 성장의 핵심입니다.
Revenue diversification is key for long-term growth.
관세가 계속 무역 역풍으로 작용하고 있어요.
Tariffs are still a trade headwind for exporters.
관세가 내려가면 교역 흐름이 다시 살아날 수 있습니다.
Lower tariffs could get trade flows moving again.
All right, so that was a wrap for our Econ Lounge for today. We have some messages that came in. Green Always 님, 이브닝 스페셜 덕에 경제 공부도 하고 영어 공부도 하고 퇴근길이 너무 알차요.
Thank you very much.
I'm so glad that we are making your evening more fruitful and more productive on your way back home. Have a safe trip back home, by the way.
I'm always proud of people. They finish work and then they just start improving themselves. Good
That's
for you.
the Korean passion. 햇셋 코닥님, 미소랑쌤 컨디션은 좀 어떠신가요? 감기 회복하셨길요. Yes, thank you very much, doctor. So my cold has improved somewhat, but as you can hear, as you might be able to hear, my voice is a little bit drier and crackier than usual. Hopefully things will improve over the next week.
And mine is as dry and cracky as it usually is.
All right, so we'll be back after the song with the news teaser.
It's Sigala came here for love.